Okay, welcome back to the basketball hour. Sorry for that equipment or internet malfunction, whatever's been plaguing us these last couple weeks. But
Don't blame the semester.
we're jumping right back in. We left off. We were talking about the Rockets and how efficient they looked and how just I was saying it. I think this series, and again, no disrespect to the Rockets, I think it's more about how the Mavs are so out of sorts right now and they're just done.
I would love to. I can't wait if the Rockets can play like this. I can't wait to see what they look like against in the second round.
That's what needs to like sell me. Like, how can they look against a team like I don't know whoever they play. I guess like a
They
team like the
are
Spurs or
what's the Rockets C2? They will play the winner of the 3-6.
yeah.
So
They are the two seed. That's right. So when I my correction for saying they were almost the two seed, they actually were the two seed. See, the West was so crazy this year.
so they will be playing either the Clippers or the Spurs, and I'm very intrigued either one
Yeah,
to
that'll
see.
be a real test for them.
Man, I'm very, 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 very
The
I
way
want
the
to.
Spurs would game plan for Harden, I think would have him worn down by the fourth quarter. But
Yeah, they.
If Dwight can keep playing like he played last night,
I
but he'll be going up against Tim Duncan.
I want the Spurs, or I don't. Well, I think the Spurs will win this series. Their adjustments are going to be crazy tonight, by the way. And then secondly, for that game, I don't think they can play two perfect games in a row. But my thing is, I would love to see a Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan versus Josh Smith, Dwight Howard. That would be a pretty epic battle right there.
Mm-hmm.
Who you have winning that battle between the bigs? You got Dwight and Josh, right? Or
Yeah.
okay, bet.
DeAndre Jordan. Oh, come on. All right. I'm not talking about DeAndre Jordan.
He said no Deion spam.
Yep, exactly. Now we both think Houston's sweeping this,
Yeah, for sure.
which I already predicted. I thought that I would have been shocked if it had gone to 5 games, but I think with the Parsons, also Chandler Parsons for the season,
Out. It just keeps getting
getting
worse. They
knee
need
knee,
Jay Crowder right now so bad,
yeah,
and
and
Brandon
Brandon
Wright.
Wright. Man,
Man,
we
whoa,
fleeced.
are we on the same wavelength today? What is going
Oh,
on?
I've been on this wavelength. I remember when I was so happy. I mean, it was like sending us 1,000 fruit baskets when they gave us Brandon Wright. I
Oh no,
loved it.
I'm
I wish we still had him, but I understand giving him to Phoenix.
I'm definitely here for the Brandon Wright and Jay Crowder
I
praise.
love Jay Crowder. I hope we keep him.
Yeah, I told you he was gonna
Not
be
a
the only.
starter, but like a
Yeah,
good. I'd love to have a guy like that coming off the bench. I think he'd be cool with
try to
that.
tell B Davis that's the only guy on your team that can guard
Well, no one can guard
LeBron.
LeBron, but
Yeah,
I feel you. Hey,
capable.
Marcus Smart gave him some trouble the other night. I mean, in a couple possessions, but you want that,
I
you know?
haven't. I watched the first game. I watched the second half of the first game. So I didn't get to see too much.
We're
But
playing him tough, man. Like now, I guess we might as well just talk about that series.
hmm
You know, I was trying to not be as biased as possible. I thought we would lose this series 4-1. Maybe we don't win a game because I don't think ultimately we have the horses to keep up with Cleveland for a full 48 minutes.
hmm
But we're playing them tough. And I think if we get swept, but we keep playing them tough, if we keep losing, by, not too much, I'd be okay with that.
hmm
I'm already proud of how far this team has come under Brad Stevens.
Yeah, just to make it to the playoffs was huge.
Right. So if we get swept, we get swept. But I think as long as we play hard like we have been, we keep it competitive. I maybe it's a case of Cleveland being asleep,
hmm
but based on LeBron and Kyrie's performances so far, I don't know if that's necessarily the case. But whatever it may be, I just want. I'm encouraged by these 2 losses. Yeah, maybe that sounds pathetic, but I think we're playing them tougher than a lot of other teams could.
Yeah, we'll see what happens in the second round too.
Yeah,
But then again, you guys got game 3 tomorrow at home, right?
yeah, at home.
We'll
Game
see,
three and
man.
four at home. I think we can. I think we can sneak one in the Garden.
We'll see.
Those fans are gonna be loud.
Yeah,
Uh, so tonight on NBA TV, I hate that it's on NBA TV. It's
they keep getting
disrespectful.
this
Now,
treatment.
maybe
Like
maybe it's more of a slag on no one wants to watch the
nobody,
Nets.
no one
I'm,
wants
I'm
to.
gonna
Yeah,
stick with that. No one wants to watch the
it's
Nets.
hard. It's really
It
hard.
is.
I mean, Markel
Now
Brown.
Al
Like,
Horford may or may not play tonight. If
that's
he
okay.
does, he's not gonna be 100%. Brooklyn, I think, can sneak one. It might be tonight. What do you think?
I think the first game was just kind of feeling out your opponent.
I was
No, I hear you.
now Atlanta was clearly the better team in that game. They missed more shots, more easy shots, than Brooklyn. That's just the nature of how it is. Their defense played excellent. I think Atlanta wins tonight, but I think Brooklyn can give them some trouble. And then it ends. Like I know, which is weird because they're going to be going back to Brooklyn after this game, but I think Atlanta just puts their foot on the gas at some point and just runs through them.
I think they're about to. They take the court in 18 minutes. I think they're about to get them out the way tonight.
Okay,
I really don't see them having a problem tonight. So
I'm all about it.
yeah, I mean they're gonna have to rely on a guy like Markel Brown to score.
Ugh, he can't shoot.
Exactly. He can only get to the rim.
Tonight at 8 on TNT, we've got Blazers at Grizzlies game 2. Memphis leads the series 1-0 after a what was a blowout. The final score may not have indicated a blowout. It indicated a butt whooping, but they were
Mhm.
blowing out Portland for a lot of that game. You think this series is over?
I don't think that they have enough depth. Bino has been playing great for them off the bench
Yeah, he
the
has.
last half of the season.
He has.
Uh,
And Mike Conley played excellent. Damian's gonna have to
Hurt.
step on defense.
Yeah.
Hurt. That's the key, though. I mean, he can easily re-aggravate his injury, or his injury can slow him down tonight. I don't know if it will slow him down. I'm just trying to,
Mhm.
play devil's
Nah,
advocate. I guess.
yeah. This is over.
I just love. I just hate what's happened to Portland. Maybe that's what it. Maybe I'm just in denial because this Portland team, when healthy, should beat Memphis. I think. I just read that Coach Terry Stotts said that Flalo tried to give it a go, but he probably will not be able to play tonight. Which if Portland can sneak out and win tonight, and then you get a Flalo back at Game 3 in Portland, that's a pretty big momentum. If you get anything good out of him, I think that's a pretty big momentum shift for Brooklyn. For Portland.
Again,
Sorry.
I think this one is a beat down as well. Grizzlies prime time TNT, they're getting them out the way. I know that's silly to say, but they're getting them out the way. I can see it now, man. I have those That's So Raven flashbacks.
Oh, stop it! Oh my
The
word!
visions.
That's so Raven.
Yeah, spam.
And I don't have a I don't have a problem with Memphis. You know, I had him as a title contender
Yeah.
going into the season and throughout the season. I hate to sound like I'm backtracking. I think they could make like a weird sneak run to the championship. I don't think they will. But this is a really good team, and I enjoy watching play. They got the best center in the NBA, one of the best power forwards in the league. Who, by the way, that man gives so much trouble to Marcus Aldridge. I swear,
Boy, I tell you, that guy's
he
Evo,
might scare
man.
Marcus out of Portland.
Players are worried that he's leaving, man.
I don't think he will ultimately because I don't think there isn't another place he can go where he can get as much money, be as loved as he is in Portland, or be the best player. He is the best player on Portland. And most people seem to acknowledge that. There's still, a pretty fairly loud minority that think that Damian's the best player. It's LaMarcus Aldridge. I don't think he leaves. A lot of people think, well, if Duncan leaves, maybe he goes to San Antonio. I think he stays in Portland. I'm optimistic he stays in Portland because I really like what Portland's doing, and I want to see this team win something because they are the most snake bitten franchise in the NBA.
So, he said he's at master the art of not getting off the ground. That's what he said about Zach Randolph.
Yeah,
I mean, it's true. I mean, how many times do you see Zach? I mean, Zach Randolph will come out and pull you down 12 rebounds, but he doesn't get off the ground, man. Like he's just a
white
bruiser.
men may not be able to jump, but Zach Randolph can't either.
Yeah, he bruises, man. He's the bruiser. He plays tenacious defense. He's up in you, and then all he has to do is jab step you twice, and then just shoot over top of you, fading away.
B. Davis. I didn't say Memphis is going to a title. I said maybe they could make a weird sneak run. Come on, B, you're better than that. But no, I mean,
this guy is spam, man.
I really like this Memphis team. Maybe this isn't the year, but I don't. As long as Marcus All stays there, I don't. There's no reason to think this team can eventually contend for a title.
Who, Memphis?
Right?
Yeah,
right.
Heck yeah, man.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, you got a top 7 point guard in Mike Conley. Yeah, I said top 7. You've got the best center in the league. Zach Randolph still has a few years left in him. You're not going to depend on him, forever. You're going to find. I mean, you got Courtney Lee there who's been playing pretty good this season.
Got to figure out the whole Jeff Green situation.
Yeah,
out.
I'm not feeling him there.
No, yeah, I'm not either. I mean, they played really well when they got him at first. I think he can be a good fit for them. It just needs time to gel. It's not a Rondo Dallas situation, that's for sure. I got Portland tonight just because for the sake of a compelling series, I'm picking Portland to win tonight.
Okay. Yeah, I'm taking Grizzlies. B, you're gonna start listening to me eventually, man.
Our late game is Spurs Clippers. 10:30 on TNT. I hope I can stay awake through this one, man. I wasn't able to stay awake through Game 1. I was so damn tired that night. I figured it'd be that same way tonight, but I'm fighting, man.
They washed them. They washed them the first game.
Yeah.
They looked impressive. They played a perfect game. Like I'll say it again. I don't know if they can play two perfect games. One, DeAndre Jordan made his free throws when they counted.
He did,
He was
oddly
making
enough.
Blake Griffin played out of his mind. Granted, he's gonna do that.
Chris Paul did too.
Chris Paul was possessed. He
You and I
didn't
don't-
play out of his mind. He was possessed.
Right. We don't like Chris Paul, but I don't know about you. I
Look,
think you. Here's my thing on Chris Paul. He is one of the greatest point guards of all time.
Mhm.
I'd say right now you could say he's a top 5 point guard of all time. And when he retires, he will have a very good case for best point guard of all time status. All that aside, jump to today, right now. I personally do not think Chris Paul is still the best point guard in the league. I think that title belongs to Russell Westbrook. I would actually
retweet.
I would actually put Chris Paul second behind Westbrook, and I don't think it's actually that big a gap as some may think it is. I don't think actually many people would think it's that big, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't know anything.
Well,
I think if someone told me they thought Chris Paul was still the best point guard in the league, I would not be mad at all. I would say I disagree, but I understand. Like he's still great. Like in Chris Paul, he's been catching all of his Twitter hate, and media hate for not getting out of a second round or whatever. And it's so stupid because it's not his fault. All right, let's take a second.
Never mind.
Look, I know you hate him, but come on, you can't let that.
Man, I mean, you've had everything you needed, man. I'm not giving him any passes.
Yeah,
stop it. I mean, if he's arguably the best point guard,
this is where Mitch and I differ.
You lose me on this one, man.
I don't let the hate cloud my judgment.
It's not hate at all. I mean, honestly.
All right, let's look at his playoffs. In his first playoff series ever with a sorry New Orleans team in 2008. In 12 playoff games, he averaged 24 points per game, 11 assists per game, 2.3 steals a game on 50% overall shooting. His career playoff stats.
Nothing there.
Hold on. His career playoff stats. In 53 playoff games, 20.6 points per game, 9.7 assists per game, 2.4 steals per game, 48% shooting overall, 38 from 3, 82 from free throw, 4.8 rebounds a game, which if he's 6 foot, then I'm 5'9".
Yeah.
So Chris Paul is damn good. Like last year in the playoffs, 19.8 points per game, 2.8 steals per game, 10.4 assists per game, 47% shooting overall from the field, 46 from 3, 78 free throw shooting. Strap KD at the end of a game. I like to do that just to troll KD. But that aside, Chris Paul is not the reason he hasn't gotten out of a second round or third round or whatever.
Okay? So what is it?
Are you Skip Bayless?
Huh?
Are you in the Charles Barkley legion of Tony?
No, Nick Bayless, I'm not.
Tony Parker is better than CP3.
You're really too good at that. Yeah. But no, I'm not one of those guys. I like CP3's game. I love CP3's game.
He's amazing.
He is all around. He does everything.
He
does everything you want him to do. Now, this is my thing. Why does he get so many passes? If he's arguably,
he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
I don't know. What
CP3 has been getting passes for years.
No, people kill him for it on Twitter.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
Maybe they just started this year because he's had everything he's needed. And I preached this to B. Davis at the beginning of the year that he had everything he's needed.
I don't think he did. I don't think that Clippers roster was all that good last year.
Ooh.
I mean, it was good, but I didn't think it was championship good.
I mean, you arguably had one of the best six man of all time.
But they don't play all that well together. CP3 has to bail out a lot of bad Crawford shots. I mean, I love Jamal Crawford, but ultimately he doesn't really move the needle for LA in the grand scheme of things.
Blake's
great. Yeah, he makes the game so much easier for DeAndre. He makes the game so much easier for DeAndre.
He does.
He's why DeAndre has any impact at all offensively.
Now, I'll tell you this as well. I mean, can we go to the bench, Matt Barnes?
Matt Barnes starts.
Oh, well, I mean, he used to be a bench player.
Yeah, can we go to that bench? That bench is awful. CP3's little shoulders have to carry so much responsibility.
They got Austin Rivers.
Oh, I thought you were going to leave the troll stuff at home, man.
All right, I had to get one in.
This sucks parts out of my soul having to cape for CP3 like this because I hate him.
Man,
but he's amazing, and like people do kill him on Twitter, man.
He's amazing, but my thing is,
he gets killed on Twitter. He gets like Melo killed on Twitter for not. He does. No, he does.
We must have.
Maybe I just because I see people like retweet this stuff because there are people like me who think that okay, you need to stop putting this blame on Chris Paul, and so people will retweet the stuff like all his haters say and just laugh at it, and I kind of do too. It almost makes me feel bad for Chris Paul, which I shouldn't because I hate him so much. But.
You must have you must follow or you must be a part of the Caper Twitter or Stan Twitter. I don't know what.
No, it's just I've followed too many damn people, but it's Chris Paul does not get free passes. Maybe you don't see him as getting like hated enough. That's fine, but he does not get free passes. How many times do we see people like talking and say, what's Chris Paul doing in the playoffs? Like Charles Barkley, for instance. Not that he's really basketball insight genius that people may think he is. He's not. He's comedic relief. But how often do you see guys like him saying like Tony Parker is better than CP3 in the playoffs?
I don't know if anybody like would ever say that.
There are a lot of people, man. You would be amazed. Like it's sickening how many people would take to like Tony Parker's best playoff point guard in the NBA. Like he's a great.
And I'm a Tony
guard.
Parker stan.
I love Tony Parker. I don't think he's nearly as good as CP3.
My thing is that if LeBron had all of these players like this around him, he would
that team's not that good. It's like it's almost as good as the Heat roster LeBron carried on his shoulders, and not everyone's LeBron.
Then what is CP3 if he's not the top 3 player in this league? Because that's what he's been heralded. If you're a top 3 player with these players on your team, then you would be a championship team.
All right, outside of Blake, what makes this team a championship team?
You don't like DeAndre Jordan, but man,
he's not a championship player, man. You need to stop this. I thought you moved on. I can't do this, man. I can't do this. If DeAndre Jordan's getting all these props, I can't do this.
I'm not giving him all the props in the world, but obviously he's a center that is capable of being on a championship team. He doesn't have to.
Is he? Have the Clippers made a championship?
No, and I wonder why. They have everything they need.
You're blaming it on CP3.
I'm just saying.
What was that insinuating?
I'm just saying the Clippers have everything they need.
No, they don't.
What are they missing?
A bench.
You got Jamal Crawford coming off the bench.
He hasn't been that good this year.
You got Big Baby coming off the bench. Spencer Hawes too, right? They got Spencer Hawes, man. Like I don't know what else more you need. I want to
have a productive discussion about a legendary point guard, and Mitch is telling me that Jamal Crawford and Big Baby are championship assets.
I mean, isn't Big? Never mind.
Big Baby sucks. Don't give me he was a Celtic thing. I hated him on the Celtics. We schooled the Magic on that Brandon Bass trade.
Oh man, but I mean,
CP3 is a legendary point guard. It's not his fault that he hasn't had the team success in the playoffs that people blame him for. You know it. I know it.
You go as far as your point guard takes you.
No, not at all. Who was the point guard for the Heat when LeBron was there? Mario Chalmers.
Mario Chalmers.
Yeah,
and he took them to levels. He turned up in the finals, man. You've seen it all the time from the corners and the threes, man. Spot up from the top of the key. That's a 3. Let's go. B. Davis, dap me up in the chat because you know you used to watch Mario turn up in the finals.
I save my trolling for when there's nothing going on in basketball in the offseason. Mitch saves it for mature playoff discussions.
Oh, gosh. You guys hear this guy?
I don't make the rules.
I knew I was about to take the words out of his mouth. I knew that was coming. See? Look at this guy, man.
All right. No, seriously. Like, CP3 is great.
And we know that, yes.
We can't keep blaming him for this. You can't.
All right. I'm not blaming him. I'm about to just put my emoji in there.
You're blaming him. You're saying he has everything he needs. You're blaming it on him.
Okay, we'll see where they go this year.
Clearly, basketball is a team sport at the end of the day.
Exactly.
No one guy wins it alone. I don't know why you're putting it all on CP3.
Well, we'll see. That's all I'm saying. Is we'll see. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
This trolling is like nails on a chalkboard right now.
Not at all.
All right. That's the end of the trolling for the semester. I guess this concludes our basketball hour run with WODU Studios. We'd like to thank you all for tuning in.
We'll be here this summer with podcasts.
Yeah, that's right. I'm glad I had this idea come to fruition. I'm glad we have people in on it. Shout out to B. Davis for being a part of this too.
He was a pioneer of the show, man.
Yeah, that's right. He went from B on to B-Wee.
More of a. I was trying to think of one on the fly, but I can't, man. Big ups to him and the 804 doing this.
No, but thank you to everyone. I know I have a couple people on Twitter who listened to it too. I appreciate everyone who's listened to it. Good luck to everybody rest of the semester. Have a good summer, all that good stuff, and we'll keep you posted on our future endeavors.
Yes, follow me at MitchB_TV. I think.
Follow me at NumbersODU.
This guy.
Thank you all. Yeah, we are signing off.
Peace.